Hello YouTube, it's Rob from Maxwell's Grass Cutting Services based in the northeast of England. I hope everybody's well and having a really good day. Today I am doing a quick review of my best friend in the gardening business. It's my Honda HRX 537 lawnmower. It's an absolutely beautiful bit of kit. And no, I'm not sponsored. Chance would be a fine thing. I don't do sponsorship deals, but if Honda were to come along, you know, it'd be very tough to turn them down, wouldn't it? But what I want to tell you today is about this bad boy. It's 5 years old and it's never let me down. Now, when I bought it, they were a little bit more expensive than they are today. They were nearly 1,500 quid, but they've come down now. You can get them for £1,300. And it's the best 1,500 quid I ever spent. Why do I like it? It's 21 inch, well balanced, cuts a lovely lawn. It's got the dual blade on, gives a lovely finish. It's got the leather flap at the back, which gives it not a stripe, but a little bit of a stripe. It bags well. People say it doesn't, but I'm going to tell you later on. We're going to have a little chat in the van, and I'll tell you how I improve the bagging capabilities of this mower. But 21 inch cut, it'll take on anything from a small lawn to a big lawn, and it's got a beast of a 202cc engine, which, you know, it'll go on forever. Now this one's still going strong, although the tyres are as bald as a racing car's driver, or as bald as my head, and yeah, it needs a little bit of TLC, so it's going in for a good service this year. It'll get a new blade. I'll get him to have a look at the drive cable. I'll clean the bag, and we're all set for the next season. And if I can get another season out of it, brilliant. If I get two, I'll be over the moon. I really will. But what I like, it's got the drive. It's such a strong drive, and the best thing about this mower is the way you can mulch, semi-mulch, and you can mulch with a bag on. Nobody knows, and I just think it's an absolutely brilliant bit of kit. Honestly, I wish you could put a mileometer on the lawnmower. I mean, if you can, leave a message in the comments, because I'd like to know how many miles me and this have walked together. And it's done me really well. And I don't think, if I had the chance again, would I buy the same mower in a heartbeat. I might have a look at the smaller version, but no, I would. Sometimes you've got to recognise when you make a good decision, and this was a really good decision. I'd hate to think how much it's earned over the years, but it's done me well, and it's never let me down. It does get a good service, and on this lawn here, what is it, 300 square metres, because you can't see it all because of the camera angle, and it does a brilliant job. But I've mowed it once up and down, and now I'm just going around with my favourite strimmer, the Stihl FS70 RC. These are about 400 quid, and if you're starting out or you want a strimmer for general garden maintenance, that doesn't come better for me. That's the best strimmer on the market. And I've got my Husqvarna blower, the 525BX. They're 324 quid in the sale at the minute, and I think that's the best. I've got the Stihl one of this, but for me this is far superior, and it's my go-to blower. I love it. It's well balanced, it weighs not a lot, and it's a great bit of kit. But today's about celebrating the 5-year anniversary of the Honda HRX 537. But a brilliant bit of kit. Now this lawn, I've cut it once, and I'm not happy with the amount of leaves that have been left on there. I had to leaf clear it first, so I'm going to go across the screen as well, just to give it that better finish. This is there'll probably be one more cut on this lawn after today. It's a weekly cut. Then we're going to the leaf clearing season, and before we know it, it'll be the end of November, and then it's the hedge work up until Christmas, and then I'm looking forward to a good break after Christmas. But anyway, I'll see you soon. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to have a bit of a chat in the van. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this and why I like it, and just have a bit of crack on, all right? I'll see you soon. Thanks very much. Cheers. So there we are, the Honda HRX 537. You can't argue, it's the best mower I've ever owned, without a shadow of a doubt. Now I understand it's a lot of money, 1,500 quid, but it's grafted for 5 years and it's never let me down. It's had a couple of cables, it had a couple of flaps at the back, and that's it really. I get it serviced every year. This year it'll go in, it'll get serviced, it'll get a new blade, and I'll clean the bag out so it's immaculate. And if I get another season out of it, I'll be over the moon. I really will. What would I do differently? The only thing I would do different is I wouldn't take a risk on buying it on the internet. I did that and it worked out well, but I've got friends who have bought them and little bits and niggles here and there. I would go up to Robson and Cowan at Scott's Gap in Morpeth. I put my hand on one, and I may even try the 476, the 19-inch version of this. As I scale down the mowing and more into lawn treatments, I'm doing less mowing these days. Do I need a big 21-inch? I don't know. I'd have a look. On paper, the weights are the same, the 21-inch and the 19-inch, which I find absurd. But I'd have a look. But I wouldn't be sort of... it wouldn't be a negative thing to buy it again. Certainly not. Yes, it's a bit big, but it just cuts so lovely and it's balanced fantastically well. It cuts small lawns, big lawns, it mulches, it does everything. A little tip for you: if you want to sort of increase the bagging capability when it's a little bit wet, have it like a low at the front and high at the back. Keep the blade really sharp, keep your deck clean, keep the bag clean, keep the bag as dry as possible, and don't have it a little bit raised. It doesn't affect the cut, but God, it improves the collection of the grass during wet conditions. And I know I've got a Still 650V, and to be honest, I'll be going the journey in spring. I'll clean it all up and sell it. It's done very little work. I just don't think it gives it's a bit of a rough cut, and most of my gardens now are nice gardens, so I'd use the 537, and I've got a 476 rear roller. I would use those two, and it'll give me a bit of space in the garage. It's gathering too much dust, so I'm having a bit of a sort of phase where if I've bought a machine historically and it's not working, it's not earning its keep, it's going the journey, and I'm just keeping what I use on a regular basis. But the 537 Honda HRX 537, do I recommend it? You bet your bottom dollar I do. It's been a fantastic purchase for me. I can't remember where I got the idea for purchasing it. Must have been YouTube. I'm pleased I didn't go for the professional rear roller models. They're just too big and too much weight to be carrying around when you're doing domestic mowing in and out 5, 6, 7 lawns a day. You're better off with the HRX 537, in my humble opinion. But do your own research. Don't take my word for it. I'm just over the moon. I've had 5 good years out of it, and I'll probably get a couple more, touch wood. And if I do, I'll be over the moon. Anyway, the season is drawing to a close. What I will say is we've been dead lucky, haven't we? For the last 2 or 3 weeks in the northeast, it's been absolutely beautiful weather. We've had the odd day of rain and the ground's still wet from the wet water table from the early season. But today, 16 degrees, and we're nearly at the end of October coming into November. And the long-range weather forecast looks good, which is a positive, because you know what it's like. If the dark nights come in like they have, and the sun doesn't shine, your customers cancel you left, right and centre, don't they? But at the moment, they're happy to see you because the sun's shining, and yeah, it just puts a smile on everybody's face. But that's it for me today. Thanks very much for watching, and to summarise, the HRX 537 has been one of the best investments I've made while I've been in business as a self-employed gardener. Remember, when the green gold's growing, keep mowing. See you soon.